Hey John, I heard you went to visit your doctor the other day. Are you feeling alright?
For the most part, apparently I've been drinking a bit too much. My doctor says I have liver cirrhosis, something about my liver being larger than it should be.
I had to do a project on liver cirrhosis once. It's no joke. It opens your immune system to bacterial infections and it's killed thousands of people per year.
I'm not feeling too worried. My doctor prescribed me a great antibiotic that he says should take care of the bacteria.
Seems like every time there's a problem, that doctor of yours is always prescribing some antibiotic.
That's a good thing, right? It means every time bacteria cause a problem, we can just pick an antibiotic that kills it and it's problem solved.
It's not that simple, John. Haven't you heard of the antibiotic crisis?
No. What is it?
Basically, we've been overusing antibiotics and that has some serious consequences. As useful as antibiotics are, all it takes is one bacterial variability that makes it unaffected by the antibiotics to wreak a lot of havoc. Once non resistant bacteria are killed off, the resistant bacteria, also known as superbugs, proliferate, leading to a dangerously large amount of resistant superbugs. As you can imagine, this makes treatments much more difficult and lessens the cure rates.
I'm not a biology expert or anything, but shouldn't it take time for these resistant bacteria to appear? The use of antibiotics could still be worth the risk.
Actually, the problems are already large and increasing as time passes. Each year, in just the US, there's over 2 million antimicrobial resistance illnesses, 23,000 deaths, and 35 billion in economic losses. It's even been stated that antimicrobial resistance will lead to 300 million premature deaths by 2050 if nothing's done about it. That's more deaths than cancer and diabetes combined.
Wow, that really is terrible.
And it doesn't help that the rate of antibiotic discovery has failed to keep up with the rate of resistance development in microbes.
The things you're telling me are really opening up my eyes to the problems of antibiotic use. But if my options are using an antibiotic or staying sick and dying, it's not like I have much of a choice.
Actually, you have a third option. The reason antimicrobial resistance has become such a large issue is the improper use and the overuse of antibiotics in humans and agriculture. Believe it or not, there are several ways to deal with infections that don't require antibiotics. This includes basic proper sanitation, hygiene, and vaccination. Also, more specifically in your case, strengthening your immune response can help you contain bacterial infections. And as we speak, there's new therapies and diagnoses being developed.
This was a really helpful talk. It really makes me want to contribute to solving this crisis.
Believe it or not, you can contribute too. Have you ever heard of the Small World Initiative?
Um, don't think so.
It's really amazing. It's a program whose goal is to create a global community of student researchers. These students work together to solve the antibiotic crisis through antibiotic discovery.
Sounds complicated.
Not at all. Remember how I said antimicrobial resistance is outpacing discovery? This program is attempting to remedy that issue. Many student researchers are working towards the same goal. This allows us to stretch the discovery process to a large geographic range. With people from all around the world contributing their information and discoveries, we even identify trends in bacteria that would lead to antibiotic production. If you're interested, I would recommend starting with the Small World Initiative website. They have lots of cool examples of what students like you are doing to deal with the antibiotic crisis.
Understood. I think I'll do that. Thanks again for this talk. It really opened up my eyes to how much I've been taking antibiotics for granted.
No problem. I'm happy this talk helped.